guys, today I will show you how to crochet cherries. It's been 3 days, it's the summer officially, so I wanted to celebrate and make something that you only can get in summer. So a set of cherries, I made them a little face, but you don't have to make the face if you don't want to. You see, it's very cute as a pillow, or like to decorate a home. You don't have to make the face. So you will see it's a very easy pattern. You only need to do single crochet, chain stitch, and the hardest part is half double crochet, but you will see it's very easy. And to get the pattern, as usual, you can go on my blog crochetpinkpumpkin.com. There is a free version, but you can also decide to support me and crochet Pink Pumpkin in general by getting the PDF. You can get a English one, a French one, everything is on my Etsy store. Again, thank you so much for people who do that, because it's thanks to that I can keep making videos. So thank you so much, and let's get started with the supplies. So you will need a hook 10mm or N15, it depends where you live, but in general we say 10mm. So a pretty big hook, because the yarn we will use is pretty thick. So we start with a red yarn for the cherry, obviously. It's from Michaels. It's called Sweet Snuggles. It's a weight category 7, so very thick. And the color is red. You can find the link in the description of the video to buy it directly. It's an affiliate link. I make a little commission if you purchase from it, but it doesn't cost you more money. So thank you for the support, and like that you can get the exact same yarn as I got. Then you will need a green yarn. So this one is from Michaels as well. It's called Sweet Snuggles. It's the same category. Weight category 7, and the color is called green ash. It's very pretty color. I'm very obsessed with it. I made Luigi with the same color. I think it's very pretty. And I have a lot of people that ask me what type of yarn they can buy in Europe. Just so you know, if you go on my blog, on the pattern, you will find similar yarn available outside of the US. So you can check it out on my blog. And lastly, you will need a light pink yarn for the cheek. So this one, I don't recommend you to buy the full ball of yarn, because you only need it for the cheek. So only a very little bit. And it's a thin, I use the one from Michael Sweet Snuggles Lit. It's a very thin, shiny yarn, but you can use something you have at home. Don't buy the full yarn. And lastly, you will need black cotton yarn. So I would recommend you to get a thin thread, because you will use it to make eyelashes and the smile. And if you want to have a nice result, it's better to use a thin thread. I got mine from Amazon. It's a assortment of a little ball, so it's very convenient, and you get a lot of different colors. So the link is in the description as well. So after that, you will need 4 kawaii safety eyes, 16mm. You don't have to get the kawaii eyes. You can get the regular ones. It's up to you. I think they are very cute, but you can choose the safety eyes that you like, and the ones you already have at home. Like that, you don't have to buy new ones. And mine comes in a box of different sizes. So it's cool if you want to make other projects. You already have a set of eyes. Then hot glue or craft glue, if you decide not to sew the elements together. I have to confess, I hate sewing, so I use hot glue a lot. So if you want to do like me, go ahead, get some hot glue. It's very convenient, it's very fast. Then some stuffing, just a little bit. I mean, you need a little bit, of course, for the cherry, but it's not a crazy big project, so you don't need that much stuffing. Then a lap counter to keep count of the rounds, very important not to get lost in your projects. Then darning needles if you decide to sew the elements together, but you will also need it for the smile and the eyelash. Try not to pick a too big of a darning needle, because it gets complicated to sew the face. And lastly, you will need stitch markers, like it's a classic thing, so I don't teach you anything with that. And now let's get started with the pattern. The following video is a visual support for the cherries crochet pattern. The link is in the description if you want to get the written version. I will explain each round verbally, but if you want to see more details and more picture, please refer to the written version. For the needs of the video, I decided to hot glue the elements together, but you can sew them as well. It's really up to you. If sometimes the video goes too fast, you can slow it down in the YouTube Reader settings. And lastly, the number in parentheses written with the rounds is the number of stitches to have at the end of this specific one. Let's get started. Let me know if you have any question in the comment section. So with your hook 10mm and your red yarn, you start by making a magic ring and you make 6 single crochet in the magic ring. I want to apologize if later in this tutorial you see the shape of my hook. My dog chewed on it, so it looks very, very bad. I'm sorry about that. So once you are done with your 6 single crochet around the magic ring, you will make 6 increases. So 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So I will show you. First single crochet. I put my stitch marker on it. And a second single crochet in the same stitch. So you double the number of stitches, and at the end of the round you will have 12 stitches around the circle. And this is round 2. So once you get back to the stitch marker, we start round 3 and you will make 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and you will do that 6 times. So 1 single crochet, and in the next stitch you make 1 increase. So 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And if you do that 6 times, at the end of your round you will have 18 stitches. So once you are done with round 3, we start R4, which is 2 single crochet, 1 increase, 6 times. So I will not show you the full round because it's always the same thing, but you will see the beginning. So 1 single crochet, in the next one 1 single crochet, and in the next one 1 increase. And if you do that 6 times, you will get 24 stitches at the end of your round. Now this is R5, you make 3 single crochet, oops, fuzz everywhere, 3 single crochet, 1 increase. And you can tell your round is getting bigger and bigger. So 3 single crochet, 1 increase, 6 times, and at the end of the round you get 30 stitches. This is the last time you increase, so for this round you will make 4 single crochet, 1 increase, 6 times, and at the end of the round you will get 36 stitches. So now you can grab your lap counter because you will need it. We will make 6 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch. So it's very easy, it's only single crochet, and you do that for 6 rounds. So once you are done with 6 rounds of single crochet, you should have something that looks like that. You see, like something round. Up, and you should have 6 on your lap counter. And now for our 13, we will start decreasing. So you make 4 single crochet and 1 decrease. So 1 decrease is, grabbing 2 stitches to make only 1. So 4 single crochet, and you will see the next one I grab 2 stitches, 1, 2, and I create 1. Voila. So you do that all around, 4 single crochet, 1 decrease, and at the end of your round you should have 30 stitches. So for the next one, we will keep decreasing. You make 3 single crochet and 1 decrease. And if you do that 6 times, you will get 24 stitches at the end of your round. So 3 single crochet, 1 decrease. So now for our 15, same thing, we keep decreasing. 2 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times, and you will get 18 stitches at the end of your round. So you see it's getting smaller and smaller, and we can see it really creates a round shape. This is what you need for the for the cherry. So if you have something that looks like that, it's perfect. So once you are done with this round, you will count 10 rounds from the magic circle and place the safety eyes between round 9 and round 10. So you see, you count the rounds. So you place the first one, like that, and then count 5 stitches between the eyes and place the second one. Voila. You can place the little safety parts to block them. And now we will start stuffing the cherry. So I always put a lot of stuffing in my creation because the shapes are more defined if you put a lot of stuffing. Obviously, I don't want you to overstuff your creations because that will stretch the stitches, but just, like stuff them a lot. And with chenille yarn, you can really stuff, like you can you can really go before stretching the stitches. So as you can see, I put a lot. So now for this round you will make 1 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times, and that will give you a total of 12 stitches at the end of your round. So 1 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. So after this round I added a little bit of stuffing, and I will also keep stuffing during the last round while making it. And the last round is 6 decreases. So decreases all along the last round. So first decrease, you will see, will be very, very small at the end of the round. It's closing the cherry. So second decrease, and I will see you right after. So once you are done with your 6 decreases, leave 6 inches of thread and cut it. Pass the thread through the loop to tie a knot, like I just did. And then grab a darning needle and with the darning needle pass the thread through the previous 6 stitches to close the circle. So you see I'm passing through the stitches. And you will, little by little, you will close the circle. Once you are done with that, hide the thread in the cherry with a needle and cut what's exceeds. Like that. Voila. So your first cherry is done. Now you can follow the exact same pattern and video for the second cherry. So I meet you right after once you will be done with your 2 cherry. So now I will show you how to make the eyelashes. So you will make eyelashes on only one of the cherries. I mean, you can make it on both if you want 2 girls, but I only made on one. And you can tell I tie a knot around the eye with a thin cotton yarn, like that, to make sure it stays in place. And then I will embroider the eyelash. So you can do however you want. I know some people have different techniques than mine, so I really try to do it the easiest way, but I'm sure some of you guys know how to do eyelashes better than me. So 2 little eyelashes on one eye and 2 little eyelashes on the other one. So now we will make the smile with the same black cotton yarn and the same darning needle. So I insert the cotton yarn right here in the middle of both eyes, and you see right here, and I make a knot. Don't make the knot too tight. You will see why it's important not to make the knot too tight. Then I cut the yarn and move it just to hide the knot right here. And now we will make sure the smile stays in place. So I keep only a small strand of cotton yarn right here. So you see, very thin, and I use a very thin darning needle. I only use it for the smile because it's very thin. I think it's just better if you want to make the little stitch more discreet. And then I pull down the main line to make sure that it stays in place, and I block it, you see, with a thread. So you go on top and then you go under it. Like that, it will block the smile, and that's why it's important not to make the knot too tight, because if not, you are not able to do that. So here we have the smile right here. So I make a knot with this thread and hide it in the body, I mean in the cherry, in the face of the cherry. And then I always try to rearrange the thread a little bit to make sure it's very round. I think there is a cuter effect, you know, when the smile is very round. So with the hook, I will just make it more round right here. And now we will make the cheeks. So I only made the cheek on the cherries that have eyelashes because it looks like she's wearing makeup, but you can do it on both. I think it's super cute. So you will see it's very easy. I used pink thin chenille yarn, and I will just embroider 2 lines under each eyes. So I'll let you watch the video. It's very simple. now we are making the stem. You will see it's very, very easy. So you take the green chenille yarn and the hook 10 millimeter and you make 5 chain stitches. And you will join the last chain stitch to the first one with a slip stitch to create a ring. So here you see the last one to the first one and you make a slip stitch. And once you are done with that, you will make 5 single crochet on top of the chain. So you see it looks like the single crochet is including the chain. Sorry. I've been recording for too long. My English doesn't get better after a while. So 5 single crochet on top of the chain. Voilà. And then after that, you will see you don't need a stitch marker anymore. You will just crochet 1 single crochet in each stitch until the stem is long enough. So you will see. So 1 single crochet. You see. I was just counting, making sure I was okay. So 1 single crochet in each stitch. And you do that, you don't even need to count, you just stop when your stem is 15 inches long. That's it. So voila, after a few minutes it's long enough, it's 15 inches right here. And then you can cut the yarn and make an invisible finish. Voila, and now you can fold in half the stem right here, and you will see I sew a little stitch to make sure that it stays in place. I used black cotton yarn because that's all I had at the moment, but you can use white cotton yarn, you will be more discreet. But because it's chenille yarn, you know, it's not very visible, it's so fluffy. So this is the last thing we will be crocheting is a leaf. So green chenille yarn and a hook 10 millimeter. You start by making 8 chain stitches. So we will call it the base chain. You will understand why later. So 8 chain stitches, and then you skip the 2 last chain stitch and you start crocheting in the 3rd chain from the hook, and you make 1 double crochet in each chain stitch that you have left. So you should have 6 double crochet at the end of the row. Once you are done with the double crochet, you make 1 chain stitch and you crochet along the base chain. You remember the 8 chain stitches, and you make 5 single crochet along the chain. So it's like you are going back right here. And then you can cut the thread and make an invisible finish. So now let's put everything together. As I said earlier, I used a glue gun because it's easier, but if you want to sew, there is absolutely no problem. You can use a thin cotton yarn. So I put the leaf on top of the stem right here, right on the middle, and then I attach the stem to the top of the cherry. Make sure it's right at the middle, if not it doesn't look like it's facing. So voila, that's it. You see, it's very easy. So you should be done making your cherries. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Please let me know if you have any question. I would be happy to answer to you in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and I see you very soon. Bye bye.